Inspiration is the spark. Practice is the flame. God, thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for being the life living me, the love expressing through me, and the light guiding me. Help me become quiet enough to hear your direction, humble enough to follow it, and courageous enough to live it. Remove whatever blocks the full expression of your life through me. Let my words serve someone. Let my experience become a doorway. Let my life remind another person of the light within them. Use me today. I surrender, I listen, I trust, I serve. You are the life living me. I am the light. Amen. There are moments when something reaches us and wakes up a part of us that had been sleeping. We feel hopeful again. We say, this is it, I'm ready. I'm going to change my life. That moment is real. We should honor it. But it is a spark. And a spark, powerful as it is not yet a flame. Inspiration is a spark. Practice is the flame. Inspiration shows you what is possible. Practice turns possibility into identity. You can be inspired to live peacefully, forgive, surrender, or remember that God is the life living you. But you must practice returning to peace, releasing resentment, letting go of control, and remembering the truth when life does not go according to your plans. Anybody can feel inspired when the music is playing and the message reaches them. But what happens tomorrow morning when the feeling is gone and yesterday's thinking comes knocking? That is where practice begins. I have been clean since September 26, 1991. The night before I reached a place of surrender. I had experienced enough pain and was tired of trying to manage a life that had become unmanageable. Something opened within me, and I became willing to receive help. That surrender was a spark, but the spark alone did not keep me clean. I had to practice attending meetings, listening, calling someone instead of isolating, accepting suggestions, and living one day at a time. I had to keep surrendering after the dramatic moment was over. The moment may awaken you, but the practice must sustain you. Some days the flame felt strong, other days it felt like barely more than a flicker. But I kept returning. Practice does not require you to feel powerful every day. It teaches you how to return to your power when you don't. You notice you become aware. You realign. You choose again. That is practice. Transformation rarely happens in one dramatic moment. It happens quietly through repetition. When you choose not to react in the old way, refuse to abandon yourself in disappointment, and live in alignment with who you say you are, even when nobody is watching. Inspiration introduces you to the person you could become. Practice allows that person to become you. I can inspire you to believe you are the light, but I cannot practice being the light for you. You must carry the message into your own life and give the idea a body. You give peace a body by practicing peace. You give love a body by choosing love when judgment would be easier. You give faith a body by moving forward before all the evidence arrives. You give surrender a body by releasing what you cannot control. You give light a body by allowing it to express through the way you live. That is higher powered living. It is not merely being inspired by a higher power. It is practicing a way of life that allows the higher power to express through you. Life is where spiritual development takes place. When an old wound is touched, that is practice. When the answer does not come quickly, that is practice. When fear tells you to shrink, hide, or return to an old identity, that is practice. You do not practice peace so that nothing difficult will happen. You practice peace so difficulty no longer decides who you become. You do not practice surrender because you will always understand what life is doing. You practice surrender because you trust the life living you. Even when you do not understand the moment you are living through, you may not have certainty about the outcome, but you can have certainty about the source. God is the life living me. I am not practicing to earn God's presence. I am practicing becoming aware of the presence that has never left me. I am not practicing to manufacture the light. I am practicing removing whatever keeps me from expressing the light I already am. Practice is not punishment. Practice is remembrance. Every time I return to love, choose peace, surrender my need to control the outcome, serve without needing recognition, or rise without condemning myself, I remember this is how the flame grows. Not through perfection, but through returning. If you started something and stopped, do not judge yourself. You may have lost the rhythm, fallen back, or been interrupted by life. The flame is not gone. You do not have to create another dramatic moment. You only have to return. Return to the silence. Return to the prayer. Return to the meeting and return to the page. Return to the commitment. Return to the truth of who you are. Do not use yesterday's inconsistencies as permission to abandon today's possibility. Begin again. A flame does not ask how many times the match failed to strike. It responds to the moment it receives fire. This is your moment. Every morning, before you give the world your attention, become aware of the life living you. Place your hand over your heart and take a slow breath and say, God is the life living me. I am available to life today. I will protect the flame within me. I will practice peace. I will practice love. I will practice surrender. I will practice being the light. Then ask life, what are you seeking to express through me today? Do not rush to answer. Listen. When the direction comes, practice it. If life says forgive, practice forgiveness. If life says rest, practice resting without guilt. If life says speak, use your voice. If life says begin, take the first step. If life says let go, stop trying to reopen what life has closed. Your practice does not have to be enormous. It only has to be consistent enough to keep the flame alive. One conscious breath can be practiced. One honest conversation can be practiced. One surrendered decision can be practiced. One moment of choosing love instead of fear can change the direction of an entire day. And one day practiced faithfully becomes a life. I no longer want to collect inspiration without embodiment. I do not want to be moved for a moment and remain unchanged for a lifetime. I want the message to become flesh. I want the truth to become visible in the way I speak, respond, serve, forgive, create, and live. The world does not only need people who have seen the light, it needs people who have learned how to carry it. So protect your spark. Tend your flame. When life becomes difficult, do not wait until you feel inspired again. Practice remembering. Practice returning. Practice choosing. Practice becoming. Inspiration may begin the journey, but practice is how the journey becomes your life. Inspiration is the spark. Practice is the flame. And when you tend to that flame long enough, your life will illuminate the evidence. I'm Terrence Marcus. And until next time, remember, you are the light. Let it shine.